Is it strings? Is that amazing or is that amazing? I think it's amazing plus. Yes, I think we'll call it amazing plus. Well done, Is It Strings. And this is Weekend Deal. You do know every Saturday and Sunday we are here live, streaming on all our social media handles at NTA Network and of course on NTA stations. It's good to have you with us today talking about national identity and purpose, how youths can navigate and navigate it all the way right. We're going to NTA Benin now, and let's talk about who am I? I know I'm Thelma. Patience, of course, told you who she was earlier. But perhaps there are people who, because of the times they find themselves, may face seasons of confusion. Well, we're here to give them clarity, and NTA Benin is our show opener today.
In a world where values are constantly shifting, young Nigerians are facing an identity crisis. Who am I? Where do I belong? And what do I stand for?
How far that stuff we talked about now?
What did we talk about?
To leave this country. Are you not tired?
I'm tired, it's true.
For like 5 years now, I've been in this country. I've not seen any job.
The pressure to fit into societal norms, family expectations, and personal aspirations can be overwhelming. Many young Nigerians are struggling to reconcile their cultural heritage with the influence of globalization.
Many young people are distracted by what is happening around them. And this is not really strange. But what's important is that they need to, first of all, identify their own personal values. If they don't have their own personal value system, they are going to be pushed aside by anything that comes their way.
Every human being, from what I've discovered, has one talent or the other. Because anything you are good in, you can key into that thing, develop that thing, and it becomes a talent. God is not a duplicator. God is a creator. Every human being is made unique by God. Just like forensic science has taught us or told us that no two human beings have the same thumbprints. So when you want to be like others, because what you have seen in social media, you want to do what this fellow is doing. And it be for you to be what you are not made for, you suffer what is called identity crisis.
Relatively, some turn to substance abuse, others to reckless abandon, and many lose themselves in the noise of social media. And what's missing is a strong sense of self, rooted in our rich cultural values.
As a young Nigerian, some of my drives and my values includes being an independent youth that is not waiting or trying to rely on external help. Early on, I had to pick up some skills, which includes my art skills and even photography skills, which I currently use as a business and also to train other youths and entrepreneurs.
Graduated as the best graduate student of West Spring University with a CGPA of 4.96, which I'm proud of. But beyond that, to have a skill, which is makeup, I run a small business where I get to dress ladies that want to go for a birthday shoot. So man's relevance to do with what you can contribute to the society.
It's time to reconnect with our roots, our value system, respect, hard work. We must celebrate our diversity, learn from our elders, and forge our own paths.
Handwork do pales. That's one thing that always gives me joy. When people come, most of them will argue that whether I am the boss or I'm not the boss. It only will give me joy because that is my handwork.
And the future of every nation belongs to the youth. Because they have the age, on their side they have the energy, they have the zeal, they have the strength. Let's build this nation.
If everybody jackpass, so to speak, from this country, who's going to be the builder? So wherever you are, in that school, in that home, you need to start making a difference.
By embracing our identity, we can overcome the crisis. We can redefine what it means to be Nigerian, blending tradition with innovation and contributing to a brighter future.
Thank you so much, NTA Bini. It's just always heartwarming to see our youth focus. With their resilience and all, it makes us really happy. It is time for us to start our conversation here in the studio, and it is my honor to introduce our guest. He is Engineer Friday Michael. Of course, he's an engineer, an innovator, and a technologist. Let's see his profile.
Great to have you on Weekend Deal, Engineer Friday Michael. This is not your first voyage here with us.
Voyage.
But we know that this one, we're changing the narrative even today, because we're talking about the people who are going to lead our country. In fact, some elders who have visited us in the past said the youth are the leaders of today, of now. Those some are in waiting, some have actually entered the role. They are handling several leadership opportunities and purposes. But on the other side, we also hear that some youths are still trying to navigate down the path of self-discovery. And evidence has shown us too that some youths have navigated it wrongly. And we can see it in different elements of what's happening in our country today. So were you to be the voice of reason and the voice of wisdom, and you want to speak to youths today who are a bit confused about who am I? What am I? I know they say I'm a Nigerian, but what else? What will be your words of wisdom to them?
Thank you, viewers. Thank you, my sisters. Thank you. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Nigeria youth, the great youth of Nigeria. We have been termed to be the leaders of tomorrow. And the question is, when is the tomorrow going to come? And I want to tell everyone that now is the tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Number one, growing up as a little child, one thing I want to tell every youth today is personal self-discovery. It's number one factor you must identify as an individual from the word go. Anywhere you are today, you are listening to me. Look away from what your parent can afford you. Look away from what you can get from the society. Look away from what is even on ground for you to enjoy or build up your life on. One of the first things you must do to yourself is that, who am I and what am I going to achieve for myself in this journey? You've been born into this world. You don't have any other option. It's either you succeed or you fail. And one thing about success is this: if you succeed today, you are the first and the sole beneficiary of your success.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter who took care of you, who paid your school fees, who trained you. You are the first beneficiary. No one give a gift from his pocket and pack all the money and then hand it over to another person. You have to reserve something for yourself.
Indeed.
If you make a beautiful dish as a wife or as a sister, as a woman, anywhere you are the first person to test it. So with this, you have to tell yourself the right truth at the right time, early. Because I discovered myself quite early. I noticed around me, around my society, that there is no help coming from anywhere. If I'm looking up to my father or my mother to pay school fees, I may end up remaining in the village forever. So I started with cobbling shoe. From there, I started selling kerosene.
Wow.
I was carrying 25 liters of jerry can of kerosene on a bicycle when I could not even climb the bicycle, but I will wheel it to the market to sell. Today, to the glory of God, is no longer the story.
Yes.
And from there, I don't know if anybody must have heard this in our lifetime. When I was due to go to secondary school, that early morning, on Sunday morning, after service, I broke my box where I used to save my money. And my mother counted the money and hand them over to me. And I went straight to school. On Monday morning when I resumed, I was to pay my school fees. I went to the bursar. I said, this is my money. Count this money. How many school fees can this money pay? He's still alive, Mr. Itodo, at Ochaja Boys in
That's my
Kogi
father's
State.
name.
And I said, what are you talking about? I said, sir, count the money. I'm no longer in the village to work, to farm, to trade, to do whatever again. But count this money. Let me know how much this money is going to, how many school fees is going to pay.
I'm having goosebumps.
Honestly.
Yeah. And he calculated the money, and the money was able to take me from GSS 1 to first term GSS 3.
What?
Yeah. I can't remember the exact amount again.
When is your book coming out?
I have some already. I'm going to drop a copy for you maybe some other time. So, to cut the long story short, that is how I started. And then right in school, I turned myself, I was babbing from the village, I was babbing other students to make money and all of that. But today, to the glory of God, one of the best medical center in my entire region is owned by me.
Wow.
And
amazing.
that same hospital was even started by Indians, which means I've paid foreigners coming from that kind of a background. So if you can look inward, I used to tell people, you can build your White House anywhere, location notwithstanding. If White House is your target, is your dream, is your goal, even if your village is at the back of Kuje, and you decide to turn that place to a White House, you can create it. You
But
can
can I ask you, what drove you? Why did you say, because you were okay, you were eating, but it seems you wanted better. But what pushed you? What were you telling yourself as you were redefining your narrative?
One of the major things that challenged me early in life was I was courting with a friend. I grew up in a thatched house environment, and I was courting with a friend, and something happened on a particular day. I went out late in the night to ease myself, and somebody was coming in. The person thought I was a ghost, and then jumped into the room and injured herself and all of that. And the boy that I was courting with, early in the morning, did not even inform me of what happened. I didn't even know at all. He packed my little clothes, dumped them in the mud, and asked me to leave. So, coming to the house, crying, my mother walked out and saw me, and he held me to herself with the dirty mud cloth and said, look at this, my thatched house. One day, you will break it and build me a big house. To the glory of God, the first upstairs after our former governor in my region was built by me for my mother.
Hallelujah. See.
So, now, if you now see your environment today and you see that income is not coming from your father, from your mother, you write letters or SMSs to your uncles and friends overseas and they are not responding to you, look inward. You have two hands, you have two legs. You can recreate your life for yourself. And at the end of the day, those that mock you will turn back to come and celebrate with you.
Thank you so much, engineer. You see, again, here we are, another masterclass. It's always one masterclass after another, and this, I must truly say, I'm inspired. You know, one takeaway from when you started your conversation is that you can't give what you don't have. That, of course, if you are cooking, you have to test it. That means you've cooked. That means there's something you're going to serve. You have to make money to give a gift out. So you can't give what you do not have. That's really inspiring. But you see, we are dealing with young people in this time, in this present time, that there are so many distractions. We have trends. We have social media. We have friends. We have global influences. And then we have our traditions that say a child or a young person must be this and must be that. How do a young person, and they are listening to us, I'm sure, navigate all these expectations from your traditions, from who you want to be, social media, global influences? How do you find yourself so that you don't get, because for you, I would think at that time, social media was not a thing as it is now. It wasn't a thing. You were focused. You had your parents there, your traditional parents there, and you knew what you wanted. Change my environment, be better. But today you are influenced by so many things. Our young people are influenced by too many things. In all this noise, how would a young man, a young woman find him or herself?
To every disadvantage, there are embedded advantages in them. That is one thing we should know. Social media today, I know that it's a trend that has destroyed a lot of people, and so many people see it as an opportunity to earn a living. For instance, if you have a product today, or you are a mechanic somewhere, you can change the tone of how to be a mechanic. You are a hairdresser, and then you limit yourself to people that walk around in front of your shop before you can make sales. You may be there and hunger will kill you. So that small device, I wrote as an engineer, if not for some unfortunate event or whatever, today I think my mobile device should be like one of the best or whatever being used today. But 2009, I wrote a particular essay about a mobile phone, what the mobile phone is going to turn to in the near future. In my lifetime, I've seen that coming to pass in my very eye because, one, this device that you see today, I can pick my phone now, switch off all the light in my house. I can do whatever I want to do with it. Time will come that this mobile phone can be used to operate factories, to even navigate an airplane. So it's a device that is embedded with so much potentials. But if you don't look at the other side of the potential of it, it will continue to ruin your life. Like many people today, if they wake up in the morning as Christians, the first thing you should do is to do your prayers, read your Bible or whatever. But I can tell you that at a point I was becoming guilty of this thing I want to say now, that you wake up in the morning, the first thing you go to is
your device.
Not even the device. The device is already, you can go to the device and open your Bible. Okay. You can open some worship music and whatever to just enlighten up your souls or whatever. But the first thing you do, WhatsApp or Facebook, who has sent me message. But come to think of it, for the past 6 months, for the past 3 months, for the past 2 months, for the past 1 month, how many people send me message that has earned me 1,000 naira? So if anything that is not benefiting me, I won't make it a point of visitation or a point of contact.
It won't be a priority.
It won't be a priority to you again, because one thing you should know is that whatever is not adding to your life is taking something away. Either you like it or not. Absolutely. So I want to encourage all our youth, as much as I can see today, 99% of our youth have these mobile devices.
Yes.
Think of something. There is a young man I used to patronize. He doesn't have a shop in Day Market here. But he goes to every other shop, take pictures of those that have, and he sells more than those that have shops every day. Wow. He takes the pictures, posts them on GG, posts them on YouTube and all of that. From there, he has built a niche for himself. So I want to encourage us that let's turn this particular device. What is in that device is something that can even speak you to your world and take you to wherever you want to be within months. Some people will just do a funny video now, and then YouTube will pick it up, and then people start watching that same video, and then the next thing you are earning in dollar. Why wasting your time on something that will not benefit, that will not take you somewhere? And for those that are confused, not knowing where to start life from, one thing I want you to know or understand is that God has given us a creative system. Our mind, our heart, we create, we build with what we have within us. So if you don't have what to do, close your eye, go into meditation, start thinking, concerted thinking. Once you can focus your mind and say, what is in me that I need to unleash to my world? That is what made me in life. I'm a creator, I have inventions, I have patents, I have a lot of things. And I have not seen any particular product, including the mobile phone you are using, the cameras that is picking us today. There are other functions that are not still there. No product on earth is at its complete state.
Yes, true.
Something can still be added. Yes. Something can still be done differently. Okay. So once you go into that private side of your life and you start, don't allow distractions around you. Focus on that particular wisdom, that particular inbuilt potentials that you have. Before you spend 2 days, 3 days, something will creep in that you start doing, and from there, your destiny can open up from there.
From there, you keep moving.
You go, I know it's something you want to. My own, I'm hoping that somebody will invent something that I can call my phone. If I don't find my phone, I'll say, phone, where are you? And it will ring. I'm hoping one young person is thinking.
No, it's already there.
I don't want your house. Even, you know, cars now are moved. Your car. I saw some videos from Switzerland. A lady came down from her vehicle, entered her apartment, and the car went to park itself. Somebody else wanted their car. They came to the front of the patio, and the car came from the garage up there and came down. Okay, the engineer is telling me that his own patent is coming up, that is inspired by what you are saying, and he's been working assiduously, and that he wants to even link up with you, you know, after, so that you guys can work together. I think he wants to create things that bring more currency.
For you.
Yeah, soon to be seen. We are proud of him
proud
and
of
the
you.
other engineers that we have in the NTA.
Yesterday we launched.
Yesterday
we launched young engineers under the purview of Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Oh, okay.
And here from Young Engineers platform, where they built a website that every other young engineers can showcase their product and all of that. Look, of a truth, if I want to tell you that, yes, we may be disadvantaged from this part of the world where we have come from, where innovations and technology is not the focal point for to build our nation. Rather, we look at what is ready-made currency. Ready-made currency, when I first visited China in 2007, it was one of the most adventurous journey I've ever undertaken in my life. And arriving in China, I knew the region I was going to, and the language barrier is something that you can't write. There is no interpreter. Then the phone says you cannot even translate. And then what we do is, the moment I arrive in the hotel, checking me in, I gave $1. They gave me this. couldn't. We're just deaf and dumb and looking at ourselves and all of that. And then I enter my room. But to tell you this, despite those challenges and barriers, I was able to break even into the country. People are jumping everywhere today. Before I was 30, I've traveled around the entire continent of the world.
Wow.
Yeah, before I was 30, in fact, I celebrated my 30th birthday in my house in China.
Engineer, wait. I know you came to inspire us, but are you trying to also intimidate us? I'm coming to you mentor me. In fact, age is no barrier for mentorship.
Some youth need to hear this.
Yes, really.
That you can come from abject poverty, from obscurity to the limelight of the world.
Imagine you talking about a thatch house.
Yes, and today,
from thatch
if my device is close to me now,
you are not a serial entrepreneur.
Yes. If my phone is close to me, I wouldn't mind showing you the picture.
No, you will show us. We will talk about it.
Yeah. So
if the producer will allow us to get the phone, I think during the break we'll talk about it. But we'll have to take a break. We'll take a break now, engineer, so that we can fine-tune the phone and let us know what you want to show the youth. Youths, say Patience called it masterclass. Glue your eyes, ears, call your neighbors to watch this package. You know, Apostle Goodheart talked about mentor, and this is a living example of a mentor. We've gone to we went from his village, from the thatch house. Now we've gone to China, and we've got to hear that before 30, he had toured so many countries in the world, countries that some adults, even 50, 60, may not have visited. And he's also told us that everybody has a gift. We'll talk more about your gift and learn more from his when we return from this break. And don't you go anywhere. This is Weekend Deal.
Wow. We continue to be inspired. Even during the break, we heard more and we saw more. Trust me when I say we are totally inspired and we are in awe of what he has been able to achieve coming from where he is coming from. Engineer Michael.
Thank you.
Amazing, well done. We are proud.
Thank you.
But I would also say this to you, that again, we have our tradition, who we are, and we know what is happening in our modern life now. We are telling our children, this is the way we used to do it. And the modernity is saying, this is the way we are doing it now. What should a child do? Do you take a little from tradition, from what your parents are telling you, and then synergize, marry them together, and move forward? Or do you throw away what is old, what is ancient, and face the modern? What should a child, a young person do?
Well, even the Bible that we read says something that remove not the ancient landmark. There is a landmark that must not be tampered with. If your tradition, your family forbids certain things, and you say because of modern lifestyle or because of the age we live in today, I'm not going to go that way. Yeah, there are things to copy, there are things not to copy.
True.
Growing up, I detested everything that was happening around me. It looked like being arrogant, it looked like being proud, But when I wake up in the morning and I look at the environment, others wake up from some homes that are plastered and then with zinc on their head and all of that. And then I'm waking up from the other side of life. Already I was no longer in communication with the environment. What to do to live, what to do to move out, what to do to change the society was my goal, was my target. And that is part of self-discovery. If you are able to understand your environment and you know that what is around me is not contributing positively to my being, to my future, navigate out of it. And when you place culture and modern life together, they don't have a meeting point. You look at growing up, they will tell you that if you steal, what happened to you? Like if you steal an egg, there is this law in the village that children, if you eat egg, your teeth will not grow well. In reality, it wasn't so.
Yes.
If you see some children that have wrong dentition in the village, your mother will point and say, this child stole egg. That is why they
just to discourage you from
stealing. So these are components that have made some children from doing some certain things that the society does not allow. And today, we are where we are. But that does not mean that, okay, somebody wake up in the morning and then the next thing they do is to look for what to eat. Once they are done eating, they go back to sleep. I don't know my time of sleeping. I don't know my time of waking up. Because all about you must be work. And if you can be doing something, I make reference to Bible a lot. Forgive me, today is even Sunday.
Yes, go ahead.
See a man that is diligent in his
work.
business.
We stand before kings.
We stand before kings.
Proverbs 22:29.
Yeah, our cameramen are here today. The engineers are talking about patent and all of that. You cannot achieve these things at the back side of the room. You cannot achieve these things sleeping and waking up in the morning because you have what to eat. You don't care for the next day. So we must gather what we need to gather in this rainy day, so that in the near future, you will come back home and have this relaxed mind that, oh, from whatever struggles I have, God has helped me to achieve this, to achieve that. So nobody should shift away from what our parents are telling us. Then why you put your focus on what you are going to achieve in life? Let it be that your pursuit should be a positive pursuit. And at the end of the day, you will come back with positive result.
Thank you very much, Engineer Michael Friday. Okay, now, you know why it pays to be humble? There's no limit to learning. We often say that life is a learning curve.
Yeah.
There are things we were taking for granted. You have reinvigorated our thinking mechanism. You know, you are resting. You say, I go to bed at 8. Hello? What happened from 8 to 12? When billionaires sleep at midnight or even 1 a.m., but you're happy, you put your duvet. You say, I've done well today. Okay, we often say it takes a village, right? And that village encompasses different NTA stations nationwide. We don't do it alone. So to enrich our master class today, we were in Benin earlier. Guess where we're going now? Kano. And you heard Engineer Michael talk about self-discovery. You heard Patience further bring up try to strike a balance between societal expectations, bringing ancient cultures to modern sophistication. That's where many youths miss it. NTA Kano has done their research. Let us hear what they're going to add to our conversation. I can't wait to get back to the nitty-gritty of this discourse. Patience, can you wait?
I can't wait, baby. I can't wait.
So, NTA Kano, you better make it worth our while. Take it away.
Life, number one, is full of challenges. Because all human beings, we are all determined, and at least to some certain level at this point, and everyone try to see the situation that the country is shaping into.
To be ambitious in life, one must first understand the life and its dynamic intricacies. And to realize his goals and objectives, he must also have the moral, intellectual, and psychological readiness to confront these intricacies.
our own definition of you as an individual, myself. Because if you are talking about self, in psychology, we say we have what? The real self, the ideal self, and the looking glass self. The real self is what you are in actual sense. It involves your cognitive capabilities and other things. And the ideal self is how the society expects you.
Under overwhelming expectations from either the family, community, religion, culture, or all of these, Nigerian youth sometimes feel obliged to plan his future in a way that conforms to the pressing societal demands.
Personally, I would say, while I was growing up, I was in secondary school, I lost my mom. Already my dad has already passed. So I think life started then. The struggling. There's no help. I wanted to go to university, but I was not able. The only person that I look up to was my elder sister, and she's struggling too. So I feel, why not let me just go into trading first? Later, if I'm able to achieve what I want, then I'll go to university. So life was not easy. I struggled, and I have siblings. So at the end of the day, I feel like, why struggling for me? Why not do it to help my siblings instead? But at the end of the day, I managed. I went to university, came out, and still continue struggling to help my siblings.
However, these expectations, in most cases, are more delusional than reality.
In my high school, I feel like maybe I'm at the top of the world because, like, for instance, people will actually be referring to you as a prof or something like that. So my journey, especially in my maybe educational career, my journey, that is the academic background, life actually humbled me. Because I discovered that the way I conceptualize or I construct life, in reality, that's not what life look like. Because there is what we expect, assume reality and experience reality.
Sometimes gender differences in the family tends to retard young females' ambition rather than promoting it.
So when it comes to family issue, when we are discussing, I always feel like you are a woman, your voice does not count. So if they want to do meetings, say if social person is not around, the meeting should not hold. So because you are a woman, your voice does not count. They will not give you the privilege to be able to speak your mind, to address yourself as a woman. Probably maybe you have more ideas, more than even the guys, but because of they hide them so well and give them much importance more than the female, we find ourselves being neglected.
For those who later realize that what they were made to believe as ambition in life is no longer attainable, they quickly re-establish their perspective and have a different outlook on life. And they are successful.
One thing that first changed my perspective is when I travel out. Is then I know the value of the work I have. I was working with Pakistan people, I was working with Bangladesh, with Indians. So it's then I understand my own value, that I have something that I can render in the country.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Well done. Well done. That was beautiful. That was calming. And we enjoyed every bit of that. And now our conversation is getting more robust because two amazing guests just joined. Again, it's my honor to introduce Sunday Atabo. Sunday Atabo is a media entrepreneur and a national development advocate. Let's see his profile. You're welcome to it.
Thank you.
We've been having a scintillating time. I know that you're going to further enrich our discourse today.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us. And,
thank you for having me.
Good. There's yet another amazing lady. And what is so amazing about her is that she's also a serial entrepreneur. These days, nobody's working with just these two. They want 6. And one of the things she does is make shoes. We're able to bring Asian cultures to modern sophistication. One of our guests here talked about he used to repair shoes way back. Today, we call them cobblers. And of course, you've heard about the lady cobbler. Perhaps it's not her, but she's making inroads very elegantly in this industry. Let's see her profile.
Lady Sarah, welcome to Weekend Deal. Should I say you're looking so beautiful? Maybe I should smile more. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let me start with Mr. Atabo. Mr. Atabo, do you think young people are conflicted because of the choices they need to make? Do you think there's so much noise around them and that they are conflicted as knowing who they are, finding their purpose and identity? Do you think so?
I think the foundation is you knowing who you are. Myself, I'm a product of oral tradition. I grew up under the tutelage of my late father. I've heard him say positive thing about himself, about his village, about Nigeria. I've never heard him say anything negative about his village. I've never heard him say negative thing about where he comes from. And that really motivated me. And today, growing up, I look at myself, I say I'm a king. I look at myself, I say I'm a figure that the whole world is waiting for. I will hear my I will hear myself talk, I'll say this is the voice that the whole world is waiting for. And this really helped me growing up. Let me start this way. My late father works with Mobi Oil, and something happened. The story changed. Change of government affected him, and his place of work, there was a change of place of work. The next thing growing up, we heard one day, he told us we are relocating to the village. Wow. We came to the village. The next thing, someone from the city, we are in the house that there's no electricity. There is no phone. You are just in one remote area that the only sound you hear early in the morning is birds.
Birds chirping.
And you look down and trees. And the next thing, where are you going to? Where is the future?
Wow.
The next thing, it became poor. And you see yourself as son of a rich man. At the point, you become the poorest in the village. But one thing stood us out. We grew up with a mindset that even all the people we see, even on pages of papers, we are richer than them. We are greater than them. So I will not even allow them to influence us in any way. We go to work, we go to farm as early as 5 a.m. and we return back 7:38.
You return like
early in the
kings
morning,
and queens.
and you are going back to school that same morning. And you come back from farm, you come back from school, you still go back to farm in the evening when others are going for preps or they are going for sports.
So farm twice a day?
Twice a day. And we grew up, but in us is the making of a king. In us is a brand that is yet to be unveiled. So we will not even give up for anybody to influence us. And with the oral tradition that Nigeria is a great place. You are from a dynasty where you walk with your shoulder high. You are from a tribe that is strong, that signed a treaty.
Oh God. I feel like doing my agbada like this. I'm not from there, but my shoulder just went up. 500. My shoulder just went up.
You don't believe that, they have money. But you are the king. Time will come, they will serve you. They have money. Their parents have cars. But time will come that they will be in your convoy. So we grew up with that mindset. And again, my late father taught us patriotism. How to be patriotic about where you come from. How to be patriotic about your country. And how to serve. I remember I was in the university 100 level. I toured around 120 schools in my senatorial district. You know what I went doing? I went introducing press club in schools, in secondary schools. I was in 100 level studying mass comm. I was busy going around villages to tell them that there is a need for press club. Then you go with file and then you buy small dictionary, that small dictionary, and you give to them. It's okay, the press club, you study this dictionary, and this is a file where you document your news before casting in the morning.
What was the outcome of that?
I will tell you that today, I may not be rich, but when you talk about opinion molding from where I come from, if I'm not number one, I'm number two.
Wow.
I mold the opinion of the people because I influence all the young people that we initiated into studying mass communication, some of them, into even the social media today. I think I play a strong role in what comes out from where I come from. Okay, let me just use this. The clothes I'm wearing, this Igala clothes. About 12 years ago, myself, Enechile Thompson Makolo, JFO, Dr. Saidat Ambassador, we sold this brand, and today the whole world have come to realize that, seeing the brand, this is Igala. So that is what we sold, and it's a deliberate thing, and we did that with aggressively, with tenacity to sell the brand. So all came out of one, patriotism, you knowing who you are and believing in yourself. So for young people, I would say this, that the reason why the influence of social media is affecting our society today is because they don't even know who they are. I remember anytime I have opportunity to board flight, I dress with native, with my attire. And I tell people that I board with that my name is Sunday Atabo, I'm a prince. So I'm in the country, I'm in another country.
Well, you have gone down, no? You came in, now king, we first call you. You say, don't go to prince.
No, I see myself as a king.
Yes. Okay.
But I'm a prince. The
prince.
throne is yet to be announced.
Okay. We're announcing it.
So the day you announce the throne, then I become a king. But inside of me, the mindset is a mindset of a king. So I because of the passion, I remembered I met you. Thelma,
her name is Thelma.
Thelma. Okay. I met Thelma about 13 or 14 years ago.
Really?
NTA Lagos.
What? Please tell me it was in America or London. Maybe my hometown.
Lagos. I just said that I'm a product of oral tradition of people around me. Thelma here taught me how to cross my leg.
Oh, Thelma!
Thelma here taught me how to gesticulate while talking. I was an IT student under you.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
So because of the passion I have.
Oh my goodness.
Not to choose a career of mass communication, but for me, there's a huge, there's a work ahead that I need to equip myself so that I have that self-confidence to sit, to talk, to influence. That is the reason why I studied mass communication. I wanted being a lawyer. I want to be a lawyer. Up to this moment, I see the lawyer inside of me. Wow. But because I want a platform. So I studied mass communication. So now, because of the passion, I was in Lagos. I did my IT in 2 places same time, just to learn from here and learn from. I was EMS Press, EMS Press crew, and NTA 2 Channel 5, Ibrahim Lawal. So
that's our brother.
I was with you people at the EMS Press crew, and I was with NTA Channel 5, same time. Working, I will go to work early in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Return back in the afternoon and return again for all night long with Ibrahim Lawal.
Okay.
Just to learn and to
okay, let's give you your flowers so we can usher her in. So let's give him his flowers.
Well done, well done, well done. Mentor just meant mentor. Mentee just meant mentor. Oh yeah. Sarah,
thank you.
Tell us, I mean, for a young woman doing what you're doing, what is propelling you? What motivated you to go in the line you are already taught? Why?
Okay, I would say that growing up as a young person in an early age, I actually want to do something different, like seeing me creating something. I like creating something and just watch it and just by like, wow, I really did this. You understand? So I think while growing up, after graduating from school, so at an early age, I think at the age of 21, I now said, I want to go and learn something. I want to create something. And my mom was like, no, go get a job or something. And I was like, no, I don't. That's not what I want. So I went into cobbling. I think it was not easy.
Okay, that's just a shoemaker. Shoemaking, so that people will understand it. What did you study?
I studied dental nursing.
What?
Yes.
And you wanted to make sure.
Yes. Wow. Yes. So after then, my mom she didn't like it, honestly. She was like, go do something, you understand? But I actually like creating something, watching that thing like. So I think at the age of 21, I went to shoemaking. I think I was the only girl in that shop. And everybody would just want to, Sarah, come and do this, like this, you understand? It was quite challenging being in that world that it was men that were in that wall. So
hitherto men ruled.
Yes.
But when you came,
yes,
they took over.
Yes. So I'm thankful for my boss. He was like, okay, just take it easy. You can do this. And they used to say, like, you, Ajebo, can you even do this? Can you do Can you do this? Can you understand? So I think after then, a year, so I decided to start up my own thing. So that's it. And
what did your mom say when you survived a year to the extent you were going to step out?
She was really amazed, like, whoa, she didn't even believe it. That's the truth, she didn't even believe it.
Her expectations.
Yes, so when she started seeing my product, and I can remember I have a friend in Dubai, and she was like, oh, Sarah, I need your product. I want to get it for my husband. I was like, oh, what? And she was like, this serious, oh, this really good is something. And as a young Nigerian, you understand, as a youth, because right now I just turned 30. So
congratulations, people say.
So, I think as a young Nigerian, we need to start navigating and thinking. It's not always that, okay, you want to, when you finish school, you want to just get a job. I think Nigerian is blessed with so many things that we don't even know about, because the way we are going in shoemaking, we're competing globally.
With the global standard.
I can't wait to wear your shoes.
You know, we gave you a challenge when you came in.
Yes.
Some of our guests are wearing optimal, I think, grade A design.
What you had in his legs?
From the abroad. No, from the abroad. From the abroad. Yes. So, Sarah, after today, maybe in the next 6 months, we'll touch base again. We want to know that all the people who are here are wearing your brand one way or another.
True. Yes, they will. They will, because I can really say that Nigeria, we are one of the largest production in leather.
Yes, true.
Yes.
We have
yes,
blessed
we have
leather.
good leather. We have good leather, and our leather are competing globally. That's the truth. So I think we are going far.
All right, thank you, Sarah. While Sarah is thinking of the stilettos to make for me, I just told you what I want. The stilettos that she will make for me. Let's join Matthew Okugbe in Lagos for Football Bankers.
Yes, we are back for the first installment of Football Bankers since the Super Eagles failed to secure the ticket for the international playoffs as we build up to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. My name is Matthew Okugbe, and the regulars are also back in the studio, and it's all about the Super Eagles and the fallout from the game against the DRC.
House refreshment is goodness to go round. The Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment, which contains fresh cow milk. Enjoy Full House goodness filled with essential vitamin and minerals. Peak, reach for your peak.
Yes, I told you we are truly fired up to be back. We're trying to get out of that mood. Farouk, let's look at how we approached that game against DR Congo. We were outplayed. I would say in the last 5 years, I've never seen the Eagles play that badly for over 90 minutes.
All of my life, not even last 5 years,
wow.
All of my life. I've never seen a poorer Super Eagles than that, you know. Yes, I missed the first half because I was in traffic, but immediately I got home, I switched on my TV, and I was like, okay, here goes the game, because I was listening to commentary. But the commentators didn't do justice about what happened in the first half. But the second half, from the start of the whistle till the end of extra time, even to the end of penalties, it was all struggling as if we you know, like somebody's sinking in water. Like you are struggling for life, struggling for breath. And that's the reason I would say that it is our planning for this final phase has cost us. It didn't catch up with us in the first game. We escaped narrowly. Because even in the second half against Gabon, we struggle. I think here on the program, we said that why is it that the Super Eagles of Nigeria under Eric Chell struggles in every second half of every game? I think we mentioned that, and that plays out. I mean, played out the game, you know, in our first and second game on Sunday. But in the end, I think, like Bolu said, we deserve to be where we are now. Honestly, we don't deserve to be at the World Cup from the first phase to the lucky phase where we were, and we are outplayed by Congo.
So, Bolu, your thoughts on the Super Eagles, the quality of players we have in the team, because we were taken to the cleaners. As far as I'm concerned, it was a global embarrassment for Nigeria.
Well, one of the things I keep saying is preparation. Everyone will tell you, okay, it doesn't matter. These guys are professional. They train where they are. If, let's say, Bolu doesn't train with this club for a week, I have a whole year to still train with them. My national team, if we don't train, the last time we were together was last month. I've had different ideologies. I've had different club inputs in my head. If I'm coming back to the national team, we need time to prep together again. Or like before the NFF will open the camp on Monday, they said this one opens from Sunday, especially for the coaching crew. Everybody come. Oh, I saw 1 or 2 players on Monday. I said, wow, these players can do it. Some came in on Tuesday when the game was on Thursday. Then that Tuesday that the game happened, there was no training. You cannot take away the importance of all this preparation. Then the extra 30 minutes they played against
Gabon, yes,
really showed when they came on the field against the DR. So the first 2 minutes of the game, we got a goal, lock or fluke or whatever you call it, the goal came through. If only they had scored the cutback pass from Ademola Lookman, Chukwueze and he ran into it. 2-0 would have calmed the nerves.
Yes.
But few minutes into the game, maybe from the 15th, 20th minute, you could see the tiredness.
they were struggling to play. And I'm hearing people talk about, so are you saying if Osimhen is not there, if the first half, let me not say we're useless in the first. So when people are trying to play to, maybe because Osimhen, in the first half, I'm not even sure Osimhen had a shot.
No, Osimhen, yes.
The entire team, they were poor. And this is how we anchor today's episode of the show. Remember, the conversation continues across all our social media platforms on your screen at this time. I'm Matthew Kugbe, over to Tema and Patient for the rest of the show.
Thank you, Matthew Kugbe. And you know that I think Matthew's family, his elder brothers, or one of his elder brothers, also began doing football right from Benin before I even finished university. So maybe it runs in the family. We are seeing how Asian tradition is marrying modern sophistication. In those days, his brother used to stand in under hot sun in stadium and be talking. Today, Matthew sits in the studio. All the highest level of modern technology is supporting him to still pass on the message. So they never are far apart. Asian cultures and modern wisdoms. I know I'm going to touch base with Splendor. But because we have a myriad of messages, permit me to take just a few. Someone said, if you say this program is not interesting, tell me the program that is. But we need to know your names and perhaps where you're written us so we can celebrate you. Someone says, Weekend Deal is the #1 program. If you miss it, you miss out. He said, I agree with the narration of your guest. People should be encouraged to find their capacity early in life. Majority of people emphasize what they are not good at rather than finding what they are good at. Everyone is good and can excel at something. Ibrahim Jahun from Bauchi, thank you. Someone says, I must come to this NTA office. I want to meet Weekend Deal crew. I have a question for them. But you can start by saying the question. Okay, someone says, how do I hear from Engineer Friday? He has a prolific mind and I know he can help me achieve more. There's a myriad of messages. We'll take as many as we can and we thank you very humbly for reaching out to us. But Splendor also has been itching to step into this conversation. She knows about youth. She's a youth herself and she's done some research about what youths are thinking and how they are navigating their path and their purpose. Splendor, please share.
Welcome to Nigeria, where dreams are big and the spirit is bigger. Young people are chasing opportunities, facing challenges, and looking for economic independence. From tech startups to street hawkers, young Nigerians are trying to make it in a country with opportunities despite challenges.
I started my business in school, University of Benin, right? And I studied computer science. And because of the fact that I just wanted to do more for myself, basically. Right, I didn't have so much faith in the educational system. Not that it was bad, I just didn't have so much faith in it at the time. Because of that, I had to do something else. And what I had to do was I had to create businesses that provided solutions for the problems that I'm facing. Now, what I've noticed is that most young people, they think about first world problems. You can't be solving first world problems in a developing country, in a country like Nigeria, for instance, right? What you need to do is you need to create solutions for problems that you can fix within your local environment, right? So what problems can you see in your community, in your local government, in your state, in your geopolitical zone that you can address, right? Start from there. If you can create solutions for problems that you can see, right, you will definitely not struggle as much because you will have people that will be willing to give you money for you to be able to solve that problem.
Starting from my school days, I went to school and my course was changed. I went for SLT, Science Lab Tech, but it was changed to quantity surveying. But in the midst of that difficulty, I was able to put myself together. Because the first semester I was like, I'm lost. Why am I here? I shouldn't be here. I was crying and all that. But God helping me. It's another way to tell people that you don't have excuse. I don't have people that train me. I don't have this, so I decide to be this. No. I was faced with challenges because I don't like anything about building. I went into it. It wasn't easy. I overcame it. From there, I grew, practice. interior came into it, but it wasn't easy.
Unemployment, financial strain, and self-doubt are part of the journey. But so are the grit and determination. These young Nigerians are turning their passions into successful businesses, and their stories are inspiring others to do the same.
Bringing your dream to reality, you need to be courageous. Bringing your dream to reality, don't let anyone talk you down. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it. Because that is the biggest enemy of success.
The biggest thing I understand entrepreneurs, and something that I've come to realize, that Nigeria has over 200 million people, right? So what it specifically means is that Nigeria is a game of numbers. For instance, if 1,000 people are paying you 1,000 naira every week, do you know how much that is? That's a lot of money. So imagine you create a solution that is affordable, that people can key into on a weekly, on a monthly basis. Because of the sheer numbers of people that we have in the country, if you do a numbers game, you will be able to succeed. So even if we are still thinking, we all know that, okay, the Nigerian business today or the Nigerian economy may not be so encouraging, right? We all know that it's going to get better. It's definitely going to get better. So we do what we can now to, help us get to where we want to be. But I would say that that scale is constantly shifting.
In Nigeria, the struggle is real, but so is the spirit of survival. Let's celebrate the power of young Nigerians as they work towards realizing their dreams.
Thank you so much, Splendor. That was in-depth and that was educative. We'll come back to our conversation and we'll come back to Engineer Michael Friday. You inspired us so much with your story, and you've also heard inspiring stories from your fellow guests. Can you speak to their journey? She is a cobbler. She's looking to do great things in her journey. I'm saying that because you have achieved a whole lot. You have reached there. So can you please encourage them?
Starting from nowhere.
Starting from nowhere. So I need you to encourage them, because like Thomas said, the next time we meet on this set again, it will be success story upon success story upon success story. And of course, there's a synergy and there's a collaboration and a networking already happening here. So can you advise them on where to go?
Well, my fellow Nigerian youth, my sister here and my brother, for him, we've had series of sessions together, trying to navigate through life, and to the glory of God, I think we are succeeding together. Now, youth out there, one of the major antidote to success in life is, like I kept saying, is that self-discovery. And the lifestyle of mediocrity will always leave you behind. And one time will come, you will feel like you don't really belong to this particular society anymore. And what is responsible for that is the fact that people don't pick it up and start pursuing their dream on their own. Waiters can never ever move anywhere. If you stand at this bus stop and you decide to remain where you are, just like if I can call it a science discovery. One time I was flying and everybody were panicking because we ran into turbulence and far into Atlantic Ocean from New York. And it was heavy and people were just scared, and I was calm. And right inside of me, something popped up. And I said, the storm that will fall this plane, we are not there yet. The one we've just experienced is the one we have just come out of. That is exactly the way it is. You are driving your car now and you bump into a pothole. It's the one you've crossed that shook your car. The one that will kill you or destroy your car is still ahead. Dust off and move on and refocus. And with that, I remain calm and I say, oh, we should not see the worst. Because the one we have seen has shook the plane. Everybody is panicking. But we didn't fall. So the next one that is coming should be lighter, should not be heavier than the one we have just crossed.
Absolutely.
So if you think that you have failed, in that your failure, your success is embedded there.
Ooh.
You know, I just gave you an example of how I gathered money together and I went to school. I said, how much can this take? I could have as well put that money in my pocket. I see children eating sweets during break. They will buy this, they will buy that, and all of that. And one thing about money is this. If you have, let's say, maybe let me put it at maybe 1 million naira, and that money is in your pocket, bet me, it's a visitor. It will go.
Absolutely.
Look for something to put something into that will give you reward tomorrow. Like I talk about the boy that was moving, taking pictures with ordinary phone. But some people, their phone is, they buy data, they borrow data, all to make calls, to watch movie, to watch other people succeeding and all of that. So I want to encourage everybody. Our sister here is a cobbler or a shoemaker, as we usually call them that time, and they will drop a very dirty shoe. You clean it first before you sew it. I made my hook by myself and make shoes and repair shoes for people. But the good news and the good story about this is this. Those men and women, most of them are still alive. And they see us come home today and they say, oh, we know he was going to be. So what is your story tomorrow? Who will look at you next 1 year or 2 years or 3 years and the person will tell, because of your attitude of today, we know he is going to be successful. I was telling my sister that growing up I was not associating with fellow age mates or classmates. I was always looking for those teachers that were posted from the city to our village. Those policemen that came to serve. And pastors that come into that place as missionaries. I would go and fetch water for them, wash their clothes. I was not learning anything or having anything in mind. But I know that something must have propelled them to where they are. By association.
Wow.
Something would drop back to me.
Profound. That's
a
so
wise
profound.
man that was being cheated, and his boss wake up one morning and say, all the animals that are striped, take them, because you know by nature the striped one will be very, very minimal. And then in self-discovery, from thinking and focusing on what to do to come out of that cheating, he discovered that when the animals are mating, he moved them to a colored environment.
So they can-
And then the next thing, in less than 1 year, he overtook his boss.
Yes.
This story is in the Bible.
In the Bible, yes.
So
yes.
let's check inward and start doing something today. You are walking on the street. This elder will see me tomorrow and say, oh, this guy passed me, but he didn't greet me. So start checking those things, those vices that make you look like a terror to your society, and start navigating out of it. And then before time, the man that is opposite our house in the village used to come and, when it's about holiday time, he'll go and keep money with my mom. So that when I come, I won't go to another man's farm. I'll go to his farm and farm for him.
Wow.
He lives close to our house. And at the end of the day, in the night, he was talking about going to farm, going to school and all of that. These are things that we have experienced. I'll press 2 drums of palm kernel in the night just to give my mother oil. Just more oil. And you do all of those things. But today, will I be doing that again?
No.
So I want to encourage every one of us that what you are looking for out there is right inside of you. If you are not successful in Nigeria, bet me, even if they throw you into the heart of Washington, D.C., you will still be poor.
Yes.
If they still keep you in New York, where the finances of the whole world is being controlled from, you will still be poor. So what you are doing today, if it's successful enough, wherever you go to, you can make it happen.
Thank you, Engineer Michael. Wow. Life is a learning curve, most assuredly. I want to tell you, you know that we often say it takes a village. See this amazing village we have gathered here today. That is, you don't even need to go and learn any course again on social media. He said, what you're seeking in Sokoto is in your Sokoto. So put your hand in your pocket, gear up, and get ready as we go to Ibadan now. This is our final minute doc for the package today. I hope you have learned quite a bit. Take this one too and add it. He's talking about self-discovery. Is it self-discovery? Enter Ibadan, please, and reach out, discuss.
The useful stage is a stage of strength and vigor, where the society expects a youth to fend for himself to make ends meet. Attention needs to be paid to things that matter, so that no room is created for distraction and waste of time.
Despite the fact that the internet and social media especially can be very distracting, but it's also an opportunity for you to also find people who think like you, right? The powerful thing about social media is that someone who is from a tiny village or tiny community, somewhere in Ibadan, can be friends or can network with someone who is in the United States, who is in Canada, in UK, different areas of the world, even in Africa here. You can be in the corner of your house, right? And be networking with people that are miles away from you. Let us also know what you are doing, right? You should not just be consuming what other people are doing. What about you? What is your whole story? What do you want to share with the world, right? You also matter. You are important. So move from consumption to creation.
Through this, my creativity, I've not been distracted by peer pressure and social media. Instead, I've been creating content, good and fashionable content, and I've also provided a platform for people to learn and also know more about fashion, and I've also been able to solve financial problems of fellow relatives.
On social media, we have a lot of things that are educative, informative, right in that space. But I've seen it as a weapon of mass distraction, and distraction is a destroyer. The social media system or platform has really, really brought serious problem to the lives of the youth, in the sense that there is nothing to be, it's not only in Nigeria as it were, it's globally. No censoring, no caution, nobody is putting a check on whatever a youth or a child or a teenager is watching, and that has become a major, major challenge.
For an arrowhead to hit a target, the mind of the shooter must be well focused and avoid distraction. As arrowheads of the nation, youth need to be mentored so that they can be successful in life and contribute their quota to the growth and development of the nation.
A lot of guardians typically want to impose their own will on young people. You want to say, do this, you must study this, you must do this, you must go here, right? And then young people naturally are rebellious. So if you keep telling them what to do, they will not listen to you. So what you should do is you should expose them to information, expose them to opportunities rather than imposing your will on them. Expose them. You can guide them away from bad choices and towards good choices, but not by imposing your own will on them. Model what is possible. You yourself have to be an example in your house to young people, right? Don't be telling them to do things that even you yourself you're not doing, right? If, for instance, as a parent, you are pressing your phone, as a mom in the house, food is getting burnt, as a dad in the house, you don't even know the class that your children are in, you keep pressing your phone all the time, and you're not telling your children or your teenagers to stop pressing their phone or to stop, they're not going to listen.
Insanity, as it were, is to have someone, parents, to check them and monitor what they watch so as not to be distracted. So I will encourage even the youth to choose mentors that are productive, that are resourceful, that are good up there, that are mentally sound, that can think and, make something good out of their lives, not just taking junks and looking at people who have not even had education, could not finish their education, and now they are trending on social media and they believe that they are making so much money. That alone is a problem for the next future.
To become outstanding and be heard in the society, distraction that may lead to destruction must not be tolerated. With this, the nation can be lifted to greater heights.
That was beautiful. Amazing. Wow. I can't help falling in love with you, It's a String. That was beautiful. Okay, well, Sule is not here today for circumstances beyond his control. So we'll take the papers. But something is catching my eyes. Hi, Sarah. What's the name of your brand and what exactly are you holding?
The name of my brand is Dankudora, and I'm holding a pair of female shoe made by Dankudora. So I would say made by me, but it's made by me. Yeah. So this is my brand, and actually all this leather is from Nigeria.
Amazing.
So, and the sole is actually from Nigeria too.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
Do you import anything?
No.
Maybe all Nigerian?
Yes, just the thread. Just the thread. Yes. So when I said Nigeria, we are blessed. We are truly blessed. Yes,
we are blessed. Well done. So while you're thinking of my stilettos, Thelma said, she said everybody, and I'm talking about only me. See, life, you get as they do. Yeah. Well, let's look at our papers, and we'll be looking at our papers quickly. I would start with the Sunday Punch, and I'll take this creamy headline here. It says, anxiety mounts over fate of adopted 327 pupils. That is on page 3. There are some riders kidnapped. Niger pupils now 303. KB 24 schoolgirls still missing. Children cried as terrorists invaded premises. Catholic school principal says Tinubu talks tough. More states shut down schools. And then I would take at the top of the masthead, PDP 2027 tickets uncertain over party division. Nigerian government doing nothing to end killing, says Trump. And there's so many stories here. Please get a copy of Sunday Punch. I'll move quickly to The Nation Sunday. And I'll start at the top of the masthead. It says, Tinubu, I am determined to eliminate bandits, terrorists in the north. That is on page 6. There are one or two writers to the story. And then on the side, Hakano was misled into life sentence by SY lawyer. That is on page 6 too. The big headline there, my final story, is a fresh posers as 315 confirmed abducted from Niger school. And so many writers. This story is on page, okay, I can't actually see the page here. It's not written boldly, but there are so many stories here. Get a copy of The Nation Sunday. And then, Mr. Tabo, what are you holding?
Okay, Sunday Leadership. And the screaming point here is more states close schools as adoption fears spread. And then I did not hear you talk about sports. Meet Super Eagle players that may never play in World Cup. Wow. And is on page 30.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Osime's name is not among those ones.
And Michael.
All right. I'm with Sunday Telegraph, and the leading topic, the story today is insecurity. FG states threat as Trump threatened again. Then Nnamdi Kanu, Southeast leaders seek political solution with FG after court case diplomacy dialogue starts. Governor Oti, that is in page 5. And then page 15 we have G20 summit. Tinubu demand equity in global mineral trade and others. And we have another leading story here. Firms struggle to stay afloat as lending rate hit 30%. That's in page 4. And we have Nigeria losing over 20 billion annually to poor business environment. OPS, MAN, and Nasima. That's page 8, and so on. Thank you.
You see, you become a broadcaster. So the way you didn't want to stop, you just kept reading and you kept reading. Lady Sarah.
I have Sunday Sun, and the head I have an insecurity, Trump escalate attack on Nigeria. That is page 26. And the head I have can open up on schoolgirls adoption. That's page 27. And I also have head here. One party plot would not stop Nigerian for making their choice. Page 12.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I'll start with the Sunday Tribune, and let's talk here about Nnamdi Kanu. Abia governor says we have reactivated efforts to secure Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. Meanwhile, 3 have been confirmed dead in an Ibadan gas plant explosion. So the main headline, attacks on Kebbi, Niger schools, fear of more abductions grips the north. But that is not our prayer. Never, never again. Okay, meanwhile, there's talk about security, and Mr. President said nothing troubles him more, and all hands on deck to ensure that Nigerians are safe. And we'll move to sports now. This is Sporting Live. And of course, there's gist of Osimhen. What else would be in the paper? Okay, Ronaldo, okay, thank you. Super, and thank you, please, please, please. G-Men's hails Chukwueze's impact. He's talking about, say, every Nigerian player in any team in the world, they tend to stand out. But when they stand together now, take us to World Cup. That was
honestly.
Man, anyway, I'm in a good mood. Someone says, don't bring back Siasia and Eguavoen to Eagles. Okay, that's their opinion. And they warn against sacking Chile. They say, let the man work and make impact. He's on a good note. Meanwhile, I was telling Sule about Ballon d'Or, that if Osimhen continues the way he is, he's been doing, having fine rounds, he just may get there. Yeah. And Sule was saying, am I bored? Where did I get that from? Ousmane Dembele got it and brought it to Africa. Yes. Osimhen is next. And let me tell you why. They said Champions League MVP rankings. Osimhen ahead of Mbappe and many other notable names. Kane, Foden. So Osimhen, anyway, this is also rooting for you. Patience may not say it here, but you're standing behind.
Oh,
Osimhen
yeah,
will do it.
Osimhen.
Can time allow me just take one final all-encompassing message? Okay, thank you very much, my director. You have the final say. And the producer, of course. Okay, Unsisa Obari from Port Harcourt says, I've had the most amazing time. I'm happy I didn't miss this package. I like Engineer Michael, I like Sarah, and I like Sunday. It says, weekend deal is interesting, it's inspiring. I will take the message out that no one should miss weekend deal. Okay, so all you have said today has inspired me to no end. And Sister Mbari, there are many more, but time won't permit me, but we thank you for sending them in. And Sister, I greet everybody there in River State and all our friends. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, River State.
And tell them that Nigeria is a great country and it's good for us all here.
Okay. We are wrapping up our show. We'll go to our show now. Music now, Easy Strings. Easily do your thing and end our show for us.